Hi guys, welcome back to Infinite Possibilities, the podcast where we explore the lives of amazing people, their choices, challenges and opportunities. And today I have a very special guest, Surendra. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, thank you.
So, Surendra, what's your sort of 1-minute introduction?
Yeah, well, I'm now retired, fully retired,
Woohoo!
and yeah, and I work full time with the communities, all different communities that I work with, and that's my job at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any work, paid work and
Yeah.
whatnot. Yes,
But that's an amazing job to have, to serve the community.
that's
So,
right. Yeah, that's what I believe in.
Yeah, so we really want to, check out Surendra's story and then go from the beginning. So,
Yes.
Surendra, tell me, what kind of child were you like growing up?
Well, actually, my parents' dream was that I become a doctor.
Oh, wow.
My God. But
No pressure.
then suddenly my father passed away, and then I got stuck and couldn't go further with
Yeah.
education. Yes.
Yeah. Ah, okay. So, when you were young in primary school, you also wanted to be a doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's how you can help communities.
Yeah.
Being a doctor, or, that's a good part about it.
Yeah. And then tell me about your father's passing when you were 12. You were so young, and how did it sort of impact your life afterwards?
Very much so. We were 8 siblings.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, and my mother was struggling. But one thing I must say is you got to have a good relationship with your neighbors.
Yeah.
Our neighbors was a village, a Fijian village. They helped us quite a bit, even sometimes we don't have food to eat.
Yeah.
And they used to supply root crops like cassava and taro and whatnot for our family.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult, and my mother, they really, with the relationship my father had with them, they always respect my mother,
Yeah.
and the mother used to sew clothes for them, and that's how she get money, and that's how she look after us.
Yeah.
And later on, I have to leave school to help my mom.
Yeah.
That's how our life went. It was very tough, yes.
Yeah. Would you say that was probably the most toughest period in your life?
I tell you, it was very, very bad. Well, there are many people around the world have all these problems.
Yeah.
That's what make me to work for the community, because I went through it,
Yeah.
and I know how hard it is for the life for some people
Yeah.
around the world, and that's why I decided to do work for the community, then becoming a millionaire, as you said before.
Yeah. Which we will explore later.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but that's so you sort of set this promise to yourself at age 12 when this happened.
That's
Is
right.
that right?
Yes.
Wow, you were so young, and you made such a big commitment.
Yeah,
for,
that's
the rest
what
of your life.
I thought my life will be all about. Keep helping people,
Yeah.
because sometimes you get everything on the silver plate, right?
Yeah.
You're like you
spoon
kids.
fed.
and you don't realize how the world is going through. With many people in the world, they are struggling like we did.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was day-to-day life for you like? So you had to leave school at 12.
Yes, and I first started work in the construction company.
Yeah.
My pay was $6 a week.
Oh, that's
$6
so
a week. Yeah, it was terrible, and just to help my mom, because she was struggling,
Yeah.
to look after 8 kids. They're all in school,
Yeah.
and nothing free in Fiji, no social security
That's sad.
like we have here.
Yeah.
We have no problems, but there, oh no, you got to work for your living.
Yeah.
If you don't work, you
die.
starve.
Yeah.
That's
simple
what
as that
happened. Very, very bad. And now it has changed, but before our time it was very bad. And we had to work really hard. Any work we get after I finish work with the construction company, that make me to go work anywhere else, like in the farm or whatnot,
Yeah.
and to get few more dollars to support our family.
Yeah.
That's how we went through, and yeah, it's not easy. Life was
Yeah.
very tough, very tough.
Yeah. And how many hours were you working at that time? Were we saying like
Well,
9 to
normally you work
5?
for 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
and after I finish there, and then I start working with the timber company,
Yeah.
stacking timbers on the side. It was very heavy for me.
Yeah.
A young boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 12 years, it's not easy. And before the construction companies, there were no mixture. You don't have. You got to do it with a shovel,
Yeah.
mix the cement.
Oh, do
Uh,
it yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, do it
Yeah.
yourself.
So
Before it
hard.
used to be. Now
Machine.
there's machine,
Yeah.
and it's that time there was no machine.
Yeah.
So it's really tough for us. But anyway, God bless us.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah. And was this like normal for kids that young to be working? Because I imagine you at 12 putting your hand up for a job in a construction company and no one wanting to employ a minor. Yeah. So
Yeah,
how did
that's
you, yeah.
because it's all through my father, because he had very good relationship with the
Yeah.
people. It's a small place. It's not a big population out there.
Yeah.
So we know each other well and whatnot.
Yeah.
My father used to have a good relationship with all the
Yeah.
other people in the village. So that's how we survived.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool. And can you
Yeah.
tell me like more about your father? What kind of person he was? And
Yeah.
what are some of your memories? that
He
you
was
have?
a very gentle person. He's a very good man. He always tried to do the best for the children, like everyone else do.
Yeah.
And he's always involved with the communities out there in a village. And the best part, I think, it was for him to have good relationship with the community at large,
Yeah.
and that helps. I mean, here we don't know the next door neighbor
That
who
is
is
100% true. Yeah, I have no idea.
that's not good.
Yeah.
You keep, that's what I tell them all the time. Just keep go and talk to them. They say, "Oh, I don't like to talk to you." Okay, thank you, sir. And then you keep doing it, and one day he will realize, hey, this man has been coming to me all the time. I should at least respect him for his, thing. So that's how you make contact. This place here, I'm living here, I know all the neighbors.
Wow, that's so impressive. How
Yeah.
did you meet them? Were you like,
No, that fellow there,
Yeah.
the next door neighbor, his keys with me and my keys of the house with him. You see, it's very unusual.
yeah, so unusual.
But we have built a trust within
Yeah.
ourselves.
Wow.
So if you can make trust, build a trust, and that's where things go. I mean, you
Yeah,
got,
that's the magic of connection.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and if I am not here, he will look after my house.
Yeah.
If they're not there, we will look after his house.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That's how we do. Yeah, so it works very well. But also that's why I must give credit to my parents, father, for his relationship with the neighbors and other community leaders in the village.
Yeah, that's awesome. And he was like, must have been such a good role model for the work
Yes,
you do now.
yes.
Like, you've seen him.
So I learned from him anyway.
Yeah. Oh, that's
It's
beautiful.
in the gene, so.
Yeah, it's in the genes. Yeah, and then do you know what sort of caused his passing? Was it very sudden or was it like due to illness?
Well, he had a heart problem.
Oh, yeah.
Fiji, medical is not that good.
Yeah.
And once you have heart attack, it's very hard to get to the doctor or anybody to take him to the doctor or whatnot, transport and what other problems.
Yeah.
Because, people don't have transport themselves,
Yeah.
so it's very hard for them. But he had a heart attack and he fell and he died,
Oh,
just like that.
yeah.
It's gone.
Life is just so precious.
Yeah, it is. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And at that age, we are very young. and 8 siblings.
Yeah.
It's
Such
my
a big
mother.
burden. Yeah.
My mother, oh my God.
Yeah.
Always.
Props to your mum.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
She really worked hard, but
Yeah. So
one
your
of those
mum,
things.
so she pretty much sewed clothes to put food on the table for you and your siblings.
That's right,
And
yes.
you and your older brother went to
Work,
work.
yep.
Yeah. And that was enough to keep the family okay?
Well, so far, yeah,
So far.
we could survive. That's all it
Yeah.
was.
Did you have like many nights where you were sleeping on an empty stomach?
Well, yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did. But the thing was, the villagers always have something to in their farm.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
cassava.
it's nice. Yeah, they grow their own food.
They,
so
they
that's
go,
the
yeah, so it helps us quite a bit, to keep us survived.
Yeah.
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 But it wasn't easy, but yeah.
Yeah. And then how long were you working for? And like, so you worked in the construction and then you did some sort of farming work and then sort of like what happened next in your kind of career?
About 10, 12, 15 hours a day,
Yeah.
sometimes. Not all the time, but
Yeah.
sometimes, about that to keep us survived.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Very difficult time, yes.
Yeah. And then what was the next job that you got after construction?
Well, my life changed when I got a job. This was also through my father's relationship with
That's
this
amazing.
this bus operator. He is the largest bus operator in Fiji,
Yeah.
Pacific Transport Limited, we call it.
Wow.
The name was, and he employed me as a bus conductor.
Oh, okay.
And then after
were
about
you-
3 months, then I was promoted to the manager of one of the branch.
Wow, how old
3
were you
months.
at the time?
15.
What? Okay.
15 years.
Yeah, can you tell me what a bus conductor does?
Oh, he just collect tickets, so give tickets, collect money, and that's what he do.
Oh, so I imagine that there's this bus and then there's this person in the front selling the tickets? Or were you driving? No, you weren't driving.
No, there was a driver driving, and when passenger get onto the bus,
Yeah.
then you issue a ticket
Yeah,
to
I
the
get you.
passenger, collect the money.
Yeah, it's kind of like the go-kart equivalent that we
That's
have now,
right,
where you
yeah.
just like tap on, but we had
No,
Surendra
not
at
tip
the
on
front.
there, not
Yeah.
tap on. Yeah, it was all different, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And
So-
how did you get promoted in 3 months to manager at 15? That's crazy.
Because I had some experience with me. My father had a bus company.
Yeah.
Not a big one, but small, and I had some knowledge about how to operate buses and whatnot at this stage. And because of my relationship with this man, he trusted me
Yeah.
because of my father, and he said, "You manage one of the branch in called Singatoka. You will know."
No, I don't.
So I managed that one.
Yeah, and how long were you manager for in that job?
Well, I was there for 12 years
Oh, that is
in
a
that
long
village.
time. Yeah.
And then I was promoted. Then I started getting up with the traffic manager, and then manager, and the traffic manager, and then I became the manager of the whole fleet.
Oh my gosh. And
Companies.
how old were you?
21.
Wow.
21.
You really had to grow up really quickly. Yeah.
21, yeah. No, not 21. Look, 12 years I was there. I was 15, 25, 27. 27.
Yeah, still quite young.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. And so what was the day in the life back in the day for you, managing the bus company? Like, how do you manage so many different branches? And
We had about 7 branches,
wow.
and it's a long distance buses that to look after.
Yeah.
But by working, you get the experience, and you know how, and all
Yeah.
that. And but you got to be smart as well. You got to know
Yeah.
what you're doing. To deal with the customer, deal with the drivers is a very difficult one.
Yeah.
But I manage it well and keep going.
Yeah. And how did you manage the pressure at such a young age? Like, when you're 15 and you're manager, like, surely no one will take your word as a 15-year-old, no?
I tell you, yeah, I've had a bit of hard time that time, but I could manage it.
Yeah, how did you manage it? And you're
Well,
so young. Oh my gosh.
You see, these days, I mean, those days was good because they listened to you. But
Okay.
now
No,
they
listen.
talk back.
Yeah.
Straight away. You know, that's why they listen. They know he's a manager, he can sack me tomorrow.
Yeah.
You see? So there was a respect there.
Yeah.
But now we lost all that
Yeah.
because this, boys get educated, they'll never care less,
Yeah.
And that's how my life changed. When I became 27, I start managing the company,
Yeah.
and with all the experience, and I built the company up. I started express service in Fiji, local express service in Fiji in 1975.
Yeah. Wow.
Then my boss has got heaps of money there. He didn't know what to spend because there's so much demand for that type of service.
Yeah.
I started
wow.
it in
And
Fiji.
how'd you build it up to be so big? What were your secrets to success?
That service there was no such thing as express service between two centers. Like it's called Suva Lotoka. It's about 300 kilometers.
Yeah.
And
So I
it
guess
was,
you guys were like the
but it
first.
started getting a lot of money.
Yeah, very
People
good.
traveling. So
Yeah.
so I used to make, and he had he bought a lot of properties. He wanted to buy one for me. I said nah. Because
Why not?
I don't want to. I didn't want anything for nothing.
Oh, okay.
That was my way,
Yeah.
And he was a very nice man, and that's how I built the company. And he respect me, and he gave me share in the company as well.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was one of the shareholder in the company, but yeah, that's where I keep working for them for 25 years.
Yeah.
Long time. Yeah.
Yeah. And then tell me why move to Australia and what was happening in Fiji at the time.
Well, in 1984, I left Pacific Transport because the old fellow died, passed away,
Okay.
and then the son was not treating me like he used to be.
Yeah.
So I said, this is the time to go.
Yeah.
Then I started
Should have
my-
taken the property.
Yeah, I should have. Yeah. And then I left them, and then I started my own business.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
you're still in Fiji at the time?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I started my own business.
In the same industry, right?
Yeah, bus industry, but I was a bit different than them because I was a tour operator.
What's
So
that?
I had a tour. Tourist comes from
Tourism.
Australia. Tourism, yeah, that's what we call tour operator.
Oh,
We
okay.
used to call tour. So we used to bring a lot of tourists from Australia.
Yeah.
That's how I had contact here in Australia.
Yeah.
So I keep traveling up and down and whatnot. So I started with the taxi business from one hotel. There is a contract you have with the hotel to operate taxis from there. I had taxis operating from there, and then I bought a bus, air-conditioned coach, which I leased to Thomas Cook. That's a big organization here in Australia. Used to be in Fiji as well, the branch. And I used to lease them, the bus. So we get income coming up from there.
Yeah.
And then also I had a bus route operating from one center to another, which was coach service. We call it Queenstown Deluxe Coach. So it's been ending, it was really good. I started first in Fiji, that type of run, in Fiji. That was the express for the tourists only.
Yeah, yeah. So that's pretty good. No clash with the
No.
former industry. Otherwise, the son.
Yeah,
very
it was
happy.
a big problem.
Yeah.
So that's how I built it up, and that's why I said I would have become a millionaire, but I didn't want to. I get so much opportunities. I started with truck business as well.
Yeah.
In Fiji, it's not hard there. Not much like here.
Yeah.
Lot of things you have to go through. Before you start business. Your
Yeah.
mom must be experiencing the
Yeah.
this tax, that tax, and whatnot. But Fiji is no problem that time.
Yeah.
So it was all good. But yeah, and I
Yeah.
have to leave. And
How old were you when you started your own business?
about 30, I think. I was 30. Yeah.
Was it a
I was
very
still a young boy.
Yeah, you so young. You already grown up, all grown up at 15, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had to do it. There's no alternative for me.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
were
good to work in this world.
Yeah.
Every young people should have a goal.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have a goal, where you going to work for?
Yeah.
Which goal you going? So you keep working towards your goal.
Yeah.
One day you get there.
Yeah.
But provided you work hard for it.
Yeah, you worked many years in that
Yeah.
industry.
So this is how you do it. And I wanted to become a bus operator myself. When my father passed away, we lost everything.
Yeah.
And I say I'm going to make, but it takes me 40 years to become a bus operator. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's not easy, but
Yeah.
you got to have a goal.
Yeah, that's true.
For your young people, you need to
Yeah,
have a
I'll
goal.
think about it.
Yeah, no, it's very important for you.
Yeah, it drives your direction once you
Yeah,
have a goal.
direction, yeah. Keep working towards it.
Yeah.
That's what I advise my children as well.
Yeah.
You need to have a goal, but these days, young people think they know everything.
Yeah, not false.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. And so at the time, at 30, for you to start your own business, was it very easy because you've already been working on an industry, or did you encounter?
No,
any
it's fine. I didn't find any.
It was easy.
It was just easy for me. Yeah.
Aw.
Because I had all the experience behind me, and so
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
became very easy for me.
And how did you come up with the idea to do tourism? Because I think that's the
Because I had help from one of the tour operator in Fiji.
Yeah.
Because they knew me. I was the director of Fiji Vistas Bureau. Fiji Vistas Bureau is the organization that look after all the tourist business in Fiji.
Yeah.
So I was one of the director.
Oh, that's easy then.
You see, so the contact was there
Yeah.
with other tour operators would have been my good friends and whatnot,
Yeah.
and they gave me all the ideas and
Oh,
way
that's
of
lovely.
going about it.
Yeah.
You got to need that. You need that in business.
Yeah.
You have to have
People.
contact. You know each other, and
Yeah.
that's how you can progress your business or anything that you want to do. Without contact these days, it never works.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Were you one of the few tourism companies in Fiji at the time?
There's
or were
quite
there
a few.
lots?
No, there's about
It's a lot of
quite a few.
competition then.
Competition, yeah.
How did you stand out, Surendra?
Well, I had my own way, and
Oh, what was that?
yeah, the way was that I used to go, because this business of tourist business, it depends on the hoteliers.
Yeah.
So I used to travel to those hotels,
Yeah.
and through my contact with Fiji Vistas Bureau, it make it for me
Yeah.
easy to go and talk to them.
Yeah.
You see?
That's fine.
So that's how I built the relationship
Yeah.
with all the hotels, and they used to provide me the business.
That's too
Yes.
good.
So,
Yeah.
so that's how I could manage
Yeah.
the business.
And how did you sort of go about, building your network? It seems like you're able to make everyone your friend. How do you do that?
Well, it's the best way of doing this is have a chat with them.
Yeah.
Go and buy a beer or something, and take them for dinner.
Yeah.
You got to spend money to get money.
Yeah.
If you
Very
don't spend
smart.
money, you are just, it's impossible to improve your business. That's how I did it.
Yeah.
I used to go with them and have a few drinks and
Yeah.
serve them a dinner or lunch or whatever,
Yeah.
and to come closer, make
Yeah.
make good friends, and the best part is you have to build trust.
Yeah.
If you don't build trust, you don't trust each other, it won't work.
Yeah.
So to build trust, you got to be faithful in any business. You do faithfully, and anything you want to discuss, put on the table.
Yeah. Clear
And
communication.
clear communication.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you won't be able to succeed in your business.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah.
Good
yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then tell me why you weren't motivated to become a millionaire, because surely, living in such like poverty after your father's passing, a lot of people like might have been like, yeah, when I grow up, I want to be a millionaire because I never want to experience that again. So why weren't you like very driven to become a millionaire?
Look, money can only buy things for you.
Yeah.
It's a material thing.
Yeah.
You see, he can't buy you a love. He can't buy you
Yeah.
anything else, except he can buy you things. That's all they can buy.
Yeah.
Money is just money. You need to have money. There's no two way about it.
Yeah.
But sufficient. You have to have money to keep you going, and yourself and your family. You got to have some reserve for your family. If there is
Yeah.
any problems arise within, sometimes
Yeah.
you have something to lean on.
Yeah.
That's very important.
Yeah.
But they can't buy you the satisfaction that you have by working for the community. I tell you now, because I have experienced this, and I know how good whether somebody you help and he succeed his whatever business or anything,
Yeah.
and that make you more satisfied than anything else.
Yeah.
You see, that's how my feeling is. To keep working with the community is the best work of life.
Yeah.
That's the best work of life. Money can only buy things for you.
Yeah. After
Nothing
a
else.
point, it just gets.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean much more.
When you die, where you going to die?
Yeah.
Put on your box on the
Yeah.
side. Yeah, it remains here.
Yeah.
It just money is just that's I don't value money very much, but I do value that we need to have some funds
Yeah,
for
definitely.
ourselves.
Yeah,
to
you
keep
don't want to be
going.
starving.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and also just kind of curious. So like at like 30, you built your own company. It was very successful. Did you? So how did your sort of lifestyle change? Were you upgrading? Buying more houses at the time when business was booming? Were you eating expensive food, or like how were you spending that money at the time?
Well, let me tell you, I had the best life then. I have no
Yeah.
problems. What I wanted to educate my children, that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Even your community also do that. They
Yeah.
always believe that the children's education is
So
the
important.
number one.
Yeah.
For us as well, Indians
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
look at that way.
Yeah.
That was my first thing, and my life, we do have a luxury life as well. We've got cars.
Very nice.
And wherever we want to go, there's no problem. I have traveled many times to Australia
Yeah.
during my business time, and we had a luxury life. There's no two way about. After having all that struggles,
Yeah.
and then finally we came to. That's why I said my life changed when I started working with Pacific Transport.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then tell me more about like, there was like a government coup going on at the time, and was that what sparked you to come to Australia? Because it affected your tourism business?
Well, I lost my business,
All of it, pretty much.
all of it, because 1 year there was no tourists going to Fiji.
Yeah.
All stopped, and that's how I lost a lot of money. Even I lost my house.
Whoa.
Yes, because I couldn't survive because there was no income coming in,
Yeah.
and you just can't go without the money
Yeah.
that time. And then that's what I decided to move to Australia because I knew Australia well,
Yeah.
and because of my contact in Sydney with the tour travel agents, that has helped me to come to this country.
Mm.
Because before, it is very hard for you to come with the family.
Mm.
They won't allow family
Yeah.
if they were over 21.
Yeah.
You see, if they're under 21, then they'll allow kids to come with you. But because with my friends and whatnot, I had the opportunity, I had, worked out that my families all came together
Yeah.
and settled in Australia. And you see, that's why I've said, you got to build relationship for long term,
Yeah.
not just short term. Oh, you business, okay, you made some money, okay, forget
Goodbye.
about it.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Never do that. Always try and keep the relationship. It will work one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You just
it
never
will.
know when.
Definitely, 100%. And that's how I always work with. Have a faithful, have a trust in each other, and have a long term. Always have long term plan
Yeah.
for relationship.
Yeah. That's cool.
In this country,
Mm.
I am working with Aboriginal as well.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Oh, they love me. They, if anything I said, they will never say no to me.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So I'm working very close to them.
Yeah.
Auntie that day was,
Yeah.
she
Auntie
called
Penny.
she called me brother.
Yeah. That's such an honor.
Yeah, this big honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all trust.
Trust. Yeah.
It's all trust. You can't go
That's
that.
cool. Yeah, and also take me back to when you first came to Australia and sort of building everything from the ground up. Was it very hard because you lost everything pretty much in Fiji?
Very hard.
Hard.
We used
Struggle
to.
number 2.
Now, why it was hard? Because I had a bit of money, but not enough.
Yeah.
So we used to buy a mattress, second-hand mattress, and sleep on the mattress for a while. We rent
Rent
a place, and we survived. But one of my son was here doing further studies, so he arranged the house for us and whatnot. But it was very difficult for us. But for me to find a job that time, it was recession.
Oh, that's not
17% was the interest rate.
Oh.
And then to get a job, I had no problem.
Oh, really? No.
What happened was, this is very, very good for you too.
Yeah.
What happened is, I applied for a job in a factory, okay? And this fellow called me for an interview. I went for an interview, and then he said, okay, tomorrow I've got about another 2 or 3, said 4 of them coming for interview tomorrow, and then I will ring you and let you know whether it's successful or not. When I wake up in the morning at 7 o'clock, I ring him. I say, I'm ready to come to work.
Oh.
Can I come now, mate?
Yeah.
And he said, hey, okay, come. He didn't say anything for a while, and then he said, okay, you can come now.
Oh, so you rang him before he interviewed the other people?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
You see, this is one of the
hacks, the tricks.
Tricks, yeah. And he felt, this man must be really...
He really wants this
wants
job.
to work.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So I make him feel that way.
Yeah.
And I got a job.
Yeah.
You see?
Wow.
Yeah. That's how I got a job.
Yeah. And then what kind of work were you doing at the time in the factory?
I was... it was machine that you put in things, to the machine.
Yeah.
While it works, you keep on feeding things into the machine,
Yeah.
It's not a hard work, but standing up was all day. Tiring, yeah. You stand up all day.
Yeah. And how old were you when you came to Australia?
46.
46. Yeah, it must be quite tiring at 46 too.
Yeah,
To be doing hard labor.
But there's no alternative.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, here, the biggest problem in this country is that they want experience.
Yeah.
And that is the problem here. They should look at ability of people, what he can do.
Yeah.
The experience he have. You can't buy experience, you can't get experience overnight.
Yeah.
This is where the problem here is. No matter you are a doctor in Fiji or India or wherever, you come here, you got to go back to the school, study
Yeah.
before you were qualified to be
Yeah.
a doctor, and that is, I think, it's a problem for us. But anyway, that's the common government rule. We can't do much about it at this age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Bit of a shame. But
Yeah, a bit of a shame. Yeah.
yeah. And so how long were you working in the factory, or was that for most of your part?
About 2 years, and
2
then
years.
I got a job as a bus driver.
Mm.
Yeah, which was a good job.
Yeah.
No problem.
But yeah, instead of a lot of standing, now a lot of sitting.
Yeah, sit down, you go, going,
Yeah.
And I worked for Brisbane City Council for
Yeah.
quite a while,
Yeah.
and it was a good job. I love it.
Did you ever sort of complain? Because back in Fiji, at one point in time, you were running your own business, very close to becoming a millionaire, and then when you come to Australia, you have to start again. Was that sort of anything that crossed your
Well,
mind?
one thing I thought, because I've lost a lot of money, I didn't want to go back to the business.
Too scared to start business
Yeah,
number 2.
that's right. Yeah, that's what I told my children, that no, I'm not going. If people want to start something, you go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just lost hope.
Also,
Yeah, that's where I could have started something.
Yeah.
It's easy for me, but I just didn't want to.
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I just
Yeah.
said no to.
Fair enough. And then, so how long were you doing being a bus driver? And then, what were the other sort of careers that you've done?
Well, I've done bus driving here, and then I did all the community work.
Yeah,
All the time.
Just straight into the community work.
Community work, yeah, full time.
Full time.
Full
Wow.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. Well, that's how, in this country, anywhere in this world,
Yeah.
if you are in business, or if you want to build yourself, or if you want to be, recognized by the government and whatnot, you got to work very closely with these member of parliaments,
Yeah.
MPs. That's what I did.
Mm.
You go and ask anyone, they know me.
Yeah.
All the MPs, because I start doing that.
yeah.
I keep making them to know me, and I know him, and that's how it helps you to convey messages to them. What are you?
Yeah.
What you can do for the country and what not,
Yeah.
and keep talking. By that you build your respect, within
Yeah.
themselves, within them and ourselves. We know better.
Yeah, and build that
That's
trust.
that trust. Yeah, that's what I did. You ask any councillor here, he'll know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because that's how I did it. In fact, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And I also heard online that you built the first temple in 1992 in Bundle. Is that?
Yeah, Bundal.
Bundle.
Yeah.
Bundle. Yeah. How did that start?
How-
And how did you get funding for that?
Because Indian communities from Fiji got together,
Yeah.
and we always thought about our coming up generation, children,
Yeah.
and our families. To keep our culture and tradition, we need to have worship, over house, temple.
Yeah.
So that's how we worked together, and we didn't have the money.
Yeah, that's a
money was the very
problem.
part here. But one of the guys has been here for a long time. He had the money.
Yeah.
He was a real estate man as well. So for us, he bought a land for us.
Aw,
For not a land, it's a church.
Yeah.
So when he bought a church, then we paid him after a while. But and that's why That's why we always respect this guy. And he used his money to buy it, and then we pay him slowly, and we paid him off.
Yeah.
And that's how we got the church. We converted it into temple.
Yeah.
We rebuild it and make a temple look
Yeah.
inside, and get the children and all the families come together once
Yeah.
a week and do the prayers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then I became president in 1998. 5 years I was the president. And I built the place up. I made really look like a temple.
Yeah.
I did a lot of hard work there. And then I had a vision to buy a land to build bigger temple because the the population was growing, Indian population here, Fijian. And now I have the aim to raise $100,000,
Yeah.
which I did
Oh my gosh! And how did you do that?
with all my contacts.
So, what was the process like? Were you like
No,
emailing
you keep
everyone?
going. No, you keep going, people, and tell them that what are your. It has to be on the paper. You just don't just say to them. People will not respect that.
Yeah.
You got to have anything you sell. You know it very well. You sell. You got to have in paper to show what are your vision, what are you going to do, and how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So if you show them, then they will respect you, and then that's where the trust come, and then they start giving money.
Yeah.
And they used to have functions,
Yeah.
Deepavali and all these functions, and then that's how we raise funds.
Wow.
And $100,000 that day, I said, I have $100,000 in the bank, I will resign. That's what I did.
You did?
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Because that was my aim and objective, that I will have that, and then I let some others do it. You can't be doing all the time.
Yeah.
So I got somebody else to run the place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. And then when did you become the founder and the president of the Fiji Senior Citizens Association of Queensland?
That was 2003 when we established this organization,
Yeah.
and we had 190 members.
That's
190
actually quite a
members
lot.
that time, and it is cooperative. It is cooperated body. See, if it's not cooperated under what you call trading fairs, I think.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
trading.
trade fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can't apply for a grant.
Oh, okay, yeah, which you need.
Yeah, which you need. But I tell you, I have no problem in getting grants.
Yeah, you're so good at this, Surendra.
Yeah. Grant, I have no problems, but you got to show what you can do.
Yeah,
If you have a grant and the way you do a acquittal report
yeah,
to make them satisfied that the function was successful, and they will always try and back you.
yeah,
But I prove them all.
yeah.
I prove them all. So that's how I didn't have any problem getting the grant from the government.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
3 levels of governments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to raise that $100,000?
4 years.
Oh shoot, that's a long time.
Long time.
You are a very patient man as well.
Yeah, no, you just can't get overnight. This is big money. Yeah. So it took me
Wow.
4 years to get the money. So that was my target, and I got it, and I just left.
Yeah, yeah. And then can you tell me what was sort of the driving force for you to found the Fiji Senior Citizens Association? Why do it? You've done so
Because
much community work.
I wanted to do something for our elders.
Yeah.
There was no such organization that was to look after the elders.
Yeah.
Because they need help.
Yeah.
The isolation is the biggest problem for elders
Yeah.
in all communities, not just us,
Yeah.
Chinese and everyone. So I thought we might as well have something going for them.
Yeah.
At least take them out for a day and whatnot. We got a
Something for them to
minibus.
look forward to. Yeah, I
I bought a
saw when I
minibus,
came.
yeah. So that's how I worked it out, and I said, okay, let's come and establish this organization. That's how I did it.
Yeah. Was it easy to start? Was it just?
No. You see, convincing a people, when you get a group of people,
Yeah.
it's make it very difficult. But if it's your own,
Yeah.
if you have done do anything yourself,
Yeah.
it's easy.
Yeah. Oh.
So there are a lot of questions and a lot of things that you got to go through, and then finally you come to some arrangement and agreement and whatnot, and then you go forward.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how long did it take from the idea to the actual execution?
Oh, it's about 6 months, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A bit quicker than
Because
I thought. Yeah.
no, 6 months. Because I convinced them. I said, if you don't want, well,
Yeah.
be what it is now. So don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So you got to be tough sometimes
Yeah.
before you can get things
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. That's true. And do you have any like fond memories of the Fiji Senior Citizens Association that you could share? Like what kind of stuff? Like you talked about isolation and having your
I've
boss.
given you a list there.
Yeah.
You see, we started from the beginning. Our aim was to bring communities come together,
Yeah.
and we are still doing it. We started with soccer tournament with the young people.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we were very successful, because then we wanted to get all different communities come together and play soccer.
Yeah.
And grant by Brisbane City Council. And then we start seniors multicultural dinner that you went.
Yeah.
That is going on from 2005.
Oh my gosh.
It's still going.
Yeah. Such a long time.
We have to. We normally have about 400 people, but because the cost has gone so up with the food and whatnot,
Yeah.
it's very hard for us to manage that. So I put 200 people this time,
Yeah.
but we had about 220. That's good.
That is still a lot of people.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
To feed them is a
Yeah, it's
hard one.
hard. And to
Yeah.
entertain them. There were so many
It is.
performances.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah.
And to get them is not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how I get to them,
Yeah.
because I have to spend my time to go to the event as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that you make them to come ours in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
event and perform. So that's how, it's a both ways sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you
You
don't,
support them, they support
they support you.
you.
Yeah. That's how we worked it out. Otherwise, it's very hard. Chinese were too many Chinese there.
Oh yeah, we have quite a lot. Yeah.
Very good friend. No, they become very good friend of ours.
Yeah.
They always come. So they're doing one dinner next week, I think.
Yeah, and you'll be there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll buy a table for them.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh.
buy a table because they always support me.
Yeah.
It got
It's
to
just
vice versa.
friendship,
You just
yeah.
can't, just have one-way traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So-
That's true. Yeah, and I also saw on the internet that you're also one of the founding members of the Federation of Indian Communities in Queensland.
Yeah, that was a
So-
big one.
Yeah. So wow,
Actual-
you just start so many different like communities and associations.
Yeah, actually, it was very, very hard for us when we really wanted to establish this organization. The whole idea was to bring Indian community under one umbrella.
Yeah.
So, but beginning was very, very bad because people don't agree with certain things.
Oh.
Because if you're too educated, there's a big problem. And they bring a lot of questions and whatnot,
Yeah.
to solve that it's become very hard. So we keep going for about a year. That one was very, very hard. And then finally we came to agreement.
Yeah.
And the first president was Mr. Dr. Naren Kewal.
Mm.
He's also from Fiji.
Oh, awesome.
And his secretary was also from Fiji.
All your friends, right?
Yeah, Premchand, because these people don't want to work, Indians.
Yeah.
So, and then we fought very hard, and then we finally came to agreement that we should form this organization.
Yeah.
And when it was, I became the president in 2009.
Mm.
But before that, we had only 5 organizations under the umbrella. I made it 30. 30 organizations under the umbrella.
Yeah.
With all the contact, keep talking to people and keep giving them information and whatnot, and make them feel that this is their organization.
Yeah.
That's very important. You make them feel that this is your organization, not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once you establish that, then they will be quite happy to work with you.
Yeah.
And I did that, in fact, and we got 30 members. Now they got 40.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. That's good.
It's good.
And this was all Pauline Hanson, as you mentioned,
Yeah.
because we wanted all the Indians to come together.
Yeah.
To, if anything happens, that we fight it out.
Yeah.
We can have strength.
Yeah.
Members are the strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't have a few people,
Yeah, it's
it's
very
not-
easy to
Yeah.
just fall apart.
Yeah, but members are the strength. That's how we built this organization.
Yeah.
And in 2011, first time ever, I was the president, and we raised $216,000 towards the 2011 flood victims.
Yeah.
We've given it to them. Never ever Indians have ever raised, but I did it through my contact and through my friendship with all the members.
Yeah.
They worked hard
Yeah.
and got the money.
And then you were the connecting bridge.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah. And we were very, very pleased with that.
Yeah. And then tell me about what other volunteering you've done. Because when I was just reading what you did on the internet, I was like, oh my gosh, like you've done so much. And what keeps you to
See-
keep going? Like, don't you ever feel like, oh man, I've like founded this community and this association, and maybe I should take a break from this?
See, I'm the director of ECCQ,
And what's
Uh,
ECCQ for our audience?
Ethnic Community Council of Queensland.
Yeah.
It's all the ethnic are the members of that organization. So they work for ethnic communities. And I'm the director of Hindu Council of Australia. And also I'm advisor of Federation of Indian Communities of Queensland,
Yeah.
advisor of World Art Multicultural Inc., which is operated by Taiwanese.
Oh, very cool.
I'm with them, and I also president of Federation of Indian Community anyway,
Yeah.
and a few other organizations that I am always with them.
Yeah. And how do
Okay.
you, what keeps you to keep going? Like, do you ever get so tired? Like, man, everyone is like calling me and like, hey, can you help me fix this problem? Or, it's so tiring. Like, you're retired, but like, the amount of work you do in the community is a full-time job. /
Yeah,
more.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but keep doing it, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Yeah.
Does it just give you more energy to do
yeah,
it?
more energy.
Yeah.
That's why I look young.
You.
Otherwise,
you
yeah.
look young.
No, that's the trick.
Skincare secrets.
That's the trick. Yeah. Because if you sit down, watch TV every day, or 24 hours, and that make you sick.
Yeah.
Nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So and that's how you be gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Keeps you young.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's cool. And also, you've done so much amazing work in the community. Can you tell us, the audience, about some of the awards you've won and how you felt?
Well, I've won many awards from all 3 levels of government.
Oh my gosh.
It's the and from Lions Club of Brisbane McGregor, I became president in 2009.
Yeah.
and I was awarded Best President Award by International Lines.
Wow, that's exciting.
That was one, and then I had Multicultural Service Award from Queensland Government, which was they give about 10 awards every year.
Oh,
So I was one of them. And then I got Diverse Communities Award in 2014
yeah.
from Premier's.
Wow.
That was I got, and also I did. I love sports as well. I did walkathon for one of the organization in 2013. It was 2.5 kilometers fun run, and I was the winner in 70.
Wow!
70 plus. I was the winner. Yeah, it's all there. I'll show you
That's
in the minute.
amazing. Yeah.
And I win a lot of
You must be so proud, and your family
Community.
must be so proud. Like, yeah.
community awards. So many, I've got award from India.
Yeah.
I had award from Fiji, Independence Day,
Yeah.
and also OAM. I got that in 2006.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm so happy. I'm honored
Yeah.
by those because at least there is a recognition
Yeah.
for the work you do,
Yeah.
and you feel so good.
Yeah, it feels so good. It doesn't go
that's right.
unnoticed. Like
That's
your hard
right, yeah.
work, someone sees it.
That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
and which is good, for us. I mean, I'm really honored to have those
Good on
awards.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So we're nearly at the end of the podcast. Just a few more quick questions. So the deep question: what do you think the meaning of life is, in your opinion?
Well, life is a dream.
Okay.
Life is a dream, You might be here today, you might be not here tomorrow. You never know what can happen. But I believe as far as you are alive, you do the best thing you can for the community and for the world.
Yeah.
Do the best you can. Money will never, ever be your side if as I said, they will only buy things for you. I don't value money at all.
Yeah.
I just value money only to buy things
Yeah.
and buy things for the family to keep them going.
Yeah.
That's what you need money for.
Money for survival.
But you never can take money with you when you die.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's my thought about the
Yeah, that's cool.
life, in fact. Life is a dream,
Yeah.
You never know
It
what
can be a
can happen.
nightmare sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you never can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Cool. So the fun question. So, seeing that you don't really care about money. So if you won the lottery tomorrow, what would you do with the money?
I'll buy something. I will invest in some community thing.
Yeah.
Build something for them.
Yeah.
So, these rich people
Yeah.
never will be satisfied to having all the money in their pocket
Yeah.
and not spending it for others.
Yeah.
You build something for some people. I mean, build for community, right?
Yeah.
And that will go with you,
Yeah.
because people will always say, "Oh, this is Prasad built this
Yeah.
building, and we appreciate what he have done for us."
Yeah.
That's how it goes. If you don't do anything with your money,
Just
what
no meaning.
no meaning,
Yeah.
no meaning at all. Yeah. So might as well spend it somewhere that people can use it.
Yeah, people can enjoy and
Enjoy.
it's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And the final question is, what is an ideal day in the life for you? What time you wake up? What do you do?
When you get old, you only sleep for 5 hours.
Yeah.
You ask your mom, she will tell you. Yeah. And I do wake up at 5 o'clock.
And what time do you
6
sleep?
o'clock.
You sleep at 12?
No, I sleep at 10,
Yeah.
10:30,
Yeah.
10:30.
7 hours of sleep, not bad.
Yeah, no, but you just never go deep sleep. But you know,
yeah,
you just
in and out.
yeah, just 5 hours, and yeah, and you know, life is such. You know, when you get to your age, 5 hours is just enough for us.
Yeah.
Never go beyond that.
Yeah.
But it's good, you know.
Yeah.
Life is such. So
Yeah. And then what do you like to do after you wake up at 5 a.m.?
well, the first thing I go water my garden.
Yeah, it's a beautiful garden.
Yeah. And then after that, then I read. We get paper every day.
Yeah.
Courier mail. I read, go through the paper. Take a couple hours there,
Yeah.
and then I watch what you call the news,
Yeah.
TV, and yeah, that's how my life goes. Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you like to do in the afternoons? And
Well, I'm always busy.
yeah, you are.
Yeah, I've got some invitation, and
Yeah.
these days
So
many
popular.
event going on this time
Yeah.
because Corona,
Yeah.
everything was stopped.
Yeah.
Now everything is going normal, but it's not normal anyway. But
Yeah.
so that you know, there's quite a bit of invitations coming in from everywhere. So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
cool.
normally go there.
Yeah. And one more question: what is your advice to young people? What is your advice to your younger self? Is there anything you want to tell Surendra back in the day when you were 12 and going through a lot of hardship?
My advice to the younger people is never forget the past.
Oh,
Keep remember the past and keep doing something that helps others, because that help, that thing you do for them will go with you.
yeah.
You become, as I said to you, become a millionaire is not worth. It only can give you, as I said, you can buy things for them and now enjoy your life and whatnot, but it will never go with you.
Yeah.
When you're dead, you're gone, you finish. So, you know, the best thing is have a goal, keep working towards it, you get there one day. We need young people. You are our leaders, you are our future, and you should work towards the best interest of the country you live in.
Yeah. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
we're pretty much at the end of the podcast. Do you want to wave bye?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.